Have a report. I do have a report.
Go ahead. Call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Trustee Butler?
Here.
Trustee Peterson?
Here.
Trustee Covey?
Here.
Trustee Seaton?
Here.
Trustee Young?
Here.
Trustee Seaton, everyone is here and roll call is now completed.
You. And stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please place your right hand on your heart. And here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have any presentations?
The presentation that we have today is my introduction of our new literacy coordinator. Her name is Susan Corona. Susan, would you kindly stand?
Welcome, Susan. Welcome.
Board of Trustees, and we want to thank you. We're really excited of the wonderful things you've got going on.
Okay. Communications from the public. Do we have a motion to approve the consent calendar?
I, Felicia Young, give consent for calendar.
Second?
I'll second.
May I have a roll call vote?
Yes. Trustee Young,
Yes.
Trustee Seaton,
Yes.
Trustee Covey,
Here.
Trustee Peterson,
Yes.
and Trustee Butler.
Yes.
Is that for all the items or just the first one?
It said consent calendar.
For all,
Is
I'm
that
just clarifying. Thank you. Okay.
we have new business?
Yes. In your packet, you will find a flyer for Hemet Beautiful. This is an event that's coming up in our community, April 27th. We're meeting up at West Valley High School at 7. This is a Saturday at 7 in the morning, and we'll be having volunteers go out through the community and doing beautification projects. These projects could include planting, they could include painting, it could be helping out someone in their, someone at their home, like mowing the lawn, that sort of thing. It could include up at Simpson Park. There are many, many different opportunities, and we are currently gathering nominations, better word, nominations for projects. I intend to put one in for the library on our west patio to start working on our garden over there. And if you have any others, there's a website and there's a QR code on the flyer that I included that you can volunteer at or get to the website and then nominate some others. Everyone is welcome.
You're starting the garden?
We're going to get started at the garden.
Okay. Okay.
Additionally, in the packet, you're going to see.
Further. It'd be right there.
If I missed it, forgive me.
I don't want to hold you up. You can go ahead.
Look at the bottom down here, 15.
It's that time of the year where as trustees, you're required to fill out the FPPC form 700. There is a packet with instructions and the form in there. We have to have that turned in, I'm going to say by April 1st. I think it's the 2nd, but over to the city clerk. You can bring them to me when you're done and I'll take them over. You can take them over to City Hall. That's okay too. Just if you do, let me know that you've done that so I don't have to hound you. There is a fine that can be associated with late forms. And so we don't want to be that group. And so if you need help or questions about it, I'd be happy to help you. Okay,
Thank you.
welcome. And the last thing I have is there's been some discussion. I know our library board meetings, we keep changing the times and the dates. I promise I don't want to do this again. But our IT people, the reason we're asking for a change allows them to have lunch. And so, yeah, they're funny. They want to eat. We love you guys. Anyway, without them, our live streaming would not happen, and it needs to. And I put in here originally to 1:30. I would like to ask if we could make that 2 o'clock, if that will work. If so, you'll need a motion and a second.
I so move. I'm sorry.
She moved. Can I hear a second?
I
second.
second.
May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Butler,
Yes.
Trustee Peterson,
Yes.
Trustee Covey,
Yes.
Trustee Seaton,
Yes.
Trustee Young.
Yes.
Thank you very much. The roll call is 5-0, and thank you very much. Our IT staff appreciates that too as well. Thank
We
you.
appreciate them.
Yes, we do.
Okay, unfinished business.
Exciting things have happened. Last week, I think it was last council meeting, we took our proposal for our firewall to council for approval. They've approved the funding, and we are in the process of signing the documents and getting them sent off for E-rate. With that E-rate, our price of the project starts off at $93,000. And then once we've paid that, we will get reimbursed at about 80%, bringing the total cost around $25,000. It's very exciting to be able to save that much money on our firewall. And that is through ARPA funding. Council did approve it, 5-0, and I'm very grateful to their support and grateful for IT and procurement and everyone who helped me get this to the finish line. So once that contract is signed, we submit, and then we can start working with the company to get those access points and firewall installed. And we will be, it's replacing a 7 to 8 year old firewall. So
Wow.
It's very exciting to be able to do that. So I just wanted to give you an update on that.
Thank you. Would we like to bring to the public's knowledge our new coordinator?
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Susan? If you do, I'm going to have you step up to the mic over here. Excuse me.
I have been here in, can you not hear me? I've been here in Hemet since about 1984. I went to MSJC where I was a English tutor at the Learning Center. And then I worked at the Hemet News for a while. And then I got married and had children of my own. Worked at the Riverside County Library System for the last 7 years. I was also worked in the AVID program at San Jacinto High School for quite a number of years. And recently I got my degree in English from CBU University. So I was just a few years old. So one day I went to my work at the Val Vista Library and my manager said, I saw this job opening and I think you should apply for it. And so I did because she said so. And there was a staff meeting on the day that I had my interview and I said, Indira, you can't be mad at me. You're the one who told me to apply. And she said, well, you got to go to the interview. So I did. And then they offered me the job. So I have been here for 3 weeks and I am learning. And I've had some contact with some students and some tutors, and they're all very impressive. So I'm very excited to see what we can do and accomplish. I have some ideas, so I will probably be bugging you a little bit, but that is about it. So thank you, and it's nice to meet you all.
Thank you. Welcome aboard. Okay.
At our last meeting, you directed me to write a letter to the governor about the grant funding for our solar project. That money had been removed from the budget for the upcoming year, and you weren't happy about that, and neither was I. So I had this wonderful letter all prepared to bring to you today for your signatures. And then the rainbow sky opened up, and 2 weeks ago, I got a phone call from finance saying, there's $1 million check for the library sitting here. What's it for? And I said, I have to see this.
Yeah.
And what it is our first installment of our project.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I didn't send that letter to, the governor. I will send him a thank you note. I will send a state library a thank you note. So we will be taking this to council in 2 weeks at the end of April, the second meeting in April, for them to accept the award of the money. They have to accept the money because they've accepted the grant and all the paperwork we needed to do before that. Now we'll be taking it for the full $2 million to establish a budget so that we can start building. So that will be our solar structures and our backup generator. And I'm very, very excited to let you know. And I will keep you informed. That meeting is the 23rd of April, and I have just finished the staff report and resolution that will be submitted, and we'll start working towards that goal.
Congratulations. Yes.
Congratulations to all of us, because your support has been everything on that.
Okay, budget update.
Well, we're in the middle of budget season. Our acting administrative services director has our budget requests for all of us. She said the supplemental request came up to $18 million. It probably won't, all of it won't get done. But I have requested a library director. I have requested a librarian to help with, besides, librarian work, helping with the planning and event things that happen in our library, and a part-time library assistant. With those additional positions, we should be in a good place to be able to open it up on Tuesdays. So I'm keeping day 5 alive. We'll see what happens, and I will keep you posted, of course.
Single-handedly. Okay, we have reports. I have nothing.
I have a report.
I really don't have anything special to report.
No report.
No report.
I have a report. In the month of February, the citizens in San Jacinto at the Black History celebration was eager to learn that Hemet had a library, and they was looking for a library. So I hope and sharing the library information and materials that the library had a slew of visitors since then. Perfect.
Good job.
Very good job. Okay, senior librarian.
Well, you'd think I've said everything, but I really haven't.
No, you haven't even started.
So in the month of February, since we last met, we have an intern from USC who's working on her library degree. This is her last semester, and she's been working with us a couple of days a week for a few hours as a volunteer, but learning about public libraries. She's finishing up her internship and will be writing what she learned. And what she has told me is everything that we do is not covered in library school. Of course. So I invited her. I said, you know, as a librarian, there are many things you do. You know, you've worked the reference desk, you've helped with circulation, you've helped with, you know, children's activities. I said, but we also go out in the community. And we had an opportunity the first Saturday of the month to go to Western Science Center for their Science of Seuss. They do on the first Saturday during school some sort of activity. We had over 800 kids or people come through in the 3 hours that we were there. I did story time. I shared it with 3 other libraries that participated. It was a wonderful opportunity to talk about what we do and share stories. That was fun. And so we did that. The next week, we did, I did a family literacy night over at Ramona Elementary, and our city manager came and joined us. And he did some story time. And if I'd been really quick, I would have got him on video, and I didn't. Regret that. But we did a presentation on the library. That night, I signed up 10 kids for library cards. Yeah. So we really, our community outreach is so important. Larry, thank you for going out and sharing the good word of what and who we are. And yes, I have seen people from your event who've come in and got cards. And it was really fun to be able to say, yes, let me fun stuff, you know, history, show me that, and finding things for all of them. It was delightful. And so thank you. So we're out in the community. We did, we were not able to do our Get Your Comics On this year. Things just didn't work out, but that's okay. We did a, what was it? A superhero boot camp. So the kids came, we had Councilmember Kendrick there who did a story time. It's recorded, it is on the YouTubes. I did a story time an hour later. We had activities, we had popcorn, we had a good time. Had about 150, 200 people come through, and they did crafts. They had a good time. So super exciting.
So are we planning next year?
We are working on for next year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just couldn't get the vendors and artists because they needed more than 4 months to plan. They were already booked. So we're getting the word out, and hopefully we will start getting some vendors sign up and join us that day.
Very good. Well, since we don't have the school district or the Friends.
So the friends are right
Oh,
next to you.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I was thinking foundation.
The Friends of the Library are coming along. For those of you that shop in a bookstore, we have completely, we call it a rag out. We've changed the books. We try to put in newer books. It's been a little while since I've done the fiction, and so it took a few weeks to get it all done. But now there's a lot of new books on the fiction side, and on the nonfiction side, the girl working there, Cheryl, does it every 2 months. And so there's always new things to look for.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt and go back to my report? I just saw a couple more things. Sorry.
Hello.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Do we have to take a roll call?
I promise. I just want to share with you, recently, we're not sure how long it's been, DMV has made a change in how they provide services. And for seniors, particularly if they fail the written test,
Mhm.
they are now able to go online and take a proctored test, which is super cool.
Mhm.
Except what we're seeing is the people who are coming to us, you know, they're seniors, most of them in their 80s, who don't know how to use a computer,
Mhm.
who don't have an email address because you need that,
Mhm.
who don't have an account with DMV because you need that, saying they said it was really easy and I just want to take the test. So when we're finished here, I am going to be going up to talk to the manager of our local DMV to say, we can't provide that. I don't have the one-on-one ability that it takes. They say it takes half an hour to an hour. It's more like 2 or 3 for them because they don't know how to use a computer. They don't know how to use a mouse.
Mhm.
And so we have to teach them all of that. And in the hour that they're allotted, we do extend, by the way, you know, we need to do something. And our computers, our public computers, not all of them have, they have to use the camera too, to take a picture of their ID. There's a lot involved. And I need to know details. We tried yesterday with someone and the link that they sent them in the email was broken. And I just need to give them some feedback and say, please, at this point, don't send people to the library with the expectation that we have the people to do your job, because that's your job. I'm not going to put it that way. I'm really nice about it.
Kathy, I think that's a wonderful idea for you to go there and talk to the head of the.
That is my goal. I tried calling yesterday to make an appointment. I couldn't do that. I got hung up on. It was just not a good, a good experience. And it's not what I would call, well, it's just not a good experience. And so I want to be able to talk to them. I spoke to the city manager. I have his buy-in on that, you know, and I'll report back to him and you about what we found out. But we just don't have the staff to be able to.
Nor should we.
Well,
One-on-one
it's
with.
supposed to be self-help. You know, we can help with a little bit, but my staff is spending half hour, 45 minutes with one person, which means everybody else is having that, not having the help that they need. So I'm going to talk to him and see what we can, you know, if nothing else at this point, please don't send them to the library. We can't do what they need to do. And oh, the other thing it includes is doing an extension, adding a Google extension to the computer that I can't find. And I'm pretty savvy on these things. So there are just some problems that need to be worked out. This appears to be statewide. I haven't heard anybody else comment on it. So I don't know if, I don't know what I don't know. So I need to talk to them and, you know, kind of get to the heart of the matter and figure out what we can do that would be helpful, but we can't do it for them.
My suggestion would be, when you talk to him, is for him to designate someone to come to you and designate one computer.
And I would be delighted to do that. Absolutely. And that was kind of a suggestion,
Mhm.
is that we, you know, if you're going to do this, you need to have someone there.
Yep.
To assist.
You need to support it.
You need, yeah, you just can't just out of the blue
Don't.
Send them there.
and have us have to, because we've had to figure out a lot. And we're curious. We like figuring things out, but we also want people to be able to walk away saying, I got it. And they're not. Oh, they have to pay online too.
Right.
Good grief.
Yeah, so I did want to let you know about this, and these are mostly people who've tried, I think it's 3 times and could not pass the test. And it's, yeah, it's just a really difficult situation. We will work on getting it resolved in a way that everyone comes out ahead.
They can provide the proxy.
And, oh yeah, you sign up for the proxy. Oh yeah, we're not proctoring, but it's, yeah, so I did want to mention that.
Mhm.
And I think I will stop at that point.
Thank you. I'd like to say that Saturdays at the bookstore is a wonderful adventure. It really is. I really enjoy my time there. Okay. Future agenda items. Anybody?
Noah?
Future agenda? Do you have any future agendas to, okay. Having done all the business we can do today,
Sir, yeah.
I adjourn this meeting.
See you at 2:00 on Thursday, April 18th. Thank you, everyone.
You.
Thank you, and happy Women History Month.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Susan.
Okay.
Now, when I walk by, I'll be saying, hi, Susan.